EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Joshua Carney to kick off.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Rams defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Landon Jackson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And it's 3rd down.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Set, punt. Catch, ready.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Down. Punt, punt.
Love now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now he's free at the 35. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 24.
That's good.
47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Let's go. 45. White. Ready.
Now Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Gutierrez. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jordan Love, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. One after here coming up. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Bears 0. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now we run with Rodriguez. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. You talk about this Rams defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for LA. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Okay, ready? 22 needle. Block 40. Hut.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And It's now 14-0.
14. Bears nothing. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rodriguez. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Ain't no my type activities, but don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them off. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. Ready.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9.
Set, hut. 10 black. Ready.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
On the ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Black, 95. Set.
Love looking to throw it. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Ty Zentner now. Taken in at the 11. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bears take over.
22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And Warren, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Rodriguez. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Jack Fox now gets set to punt. That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing. Love. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On now is Ty Zentner to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. There goes a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. And he stopped immediately there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man, the tight end Loveland. And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. From the 50, here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Up the middle they go. It's Rodriguez. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Come on. Set. 19 Charger. 19 Charger.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they're getting down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. There'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The kick is good.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Santos, the kickoff for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Here we go, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can draft anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now 2nd and 5.
Steel, black. Let's go. Red, 38. Set.
Here's Love. Thrown in, route incomplete. It's Gutierrez. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
33, yellow. Set, hut, ready.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cut.
Glove. Pass complete there in the cooler. The gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and 5.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Set, cut.
To throw now. Here's Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Jordan Love. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Joshua Carney to kick off for
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodriguez. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It's caught right side by Daniels. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, Rodriguez. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First down, Chicago.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Herbert. And the Rams get him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's 2nd down.
talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Herbert. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And for a few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Hut, hut, hut.
Out of the gun now on third down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Down. Yellow, 22. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
The 8-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to throw. Love. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
No gain on the play. And it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Herbert now. On the move past the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rodriguez. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roll.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Rodriguez. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Santos for the Bears field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Santos' kick is up and through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And that's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. first down. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yards.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Ready?
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 at 7-6.